Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike. It is Friday, the 3rd of March. This is our weekly recap. It goes out to everybody for free on my email list and on social media. If you want to join us, come on over to smartoptiontrading.com, link in the description below, and click on live trading alerts. You can join us there, $25 for 30 days. So let's talk about the week that was, as we just put a new high of the day in here, and the markets had a vicious two-day rally. The last couple of weeks have been nothing but tough. The markets have been selling strength and buying weakness. And last Friday, we almost broke down. Then we gapped up. On Monday, we sold that. Tuesday did again. Wednesday, we did again. Yesterday, after some hot data, the market looked like it was ready to fall apart and came screaming back with a big bullish engulfing candle. It was hard to tell if that was going to hold or not yesterday, but then we gapped up today. We retook the 8-day, we retook the 50-day, and we're above the 21-day. And you can see we've had a nice big 2-day rally here, and anybody short is not a happy camper. The negativity out there is palpable at times in this market. What you need to recognize right now is the 200-day is being defended. We almost touched it here, held. We almost touched it here, held. We went below it here, and they came right back for it. And that's all you need to know now. 200-day is now some support. We can establish that. To the upside, we're coming up back to the 3% pullback mark, and here is your downtrend coming up around 408, and that will be the area we watch as we go into next week. Speaking of next week, we have a quieter economic week other than jobs data, non-farm payroll will be on Friday, and that will be heavily looked at. The Fed speakers, they've been speaking ad nauseum to the point that everybody's sick of them. And, we can see it today, the market just kind of shrugging them off at this point, and everybody's had enough. These guys speak more than they should be allowed to, and we still have 2+ full weeks to the meeting. So the good news is, as of next Friday, they guys can't talk for 2 weeks, and they have to shut up. So we'll see what we get next week, but light data week, lighter Fed week, and the market coming up to the downtrend. We'll see what happens there. The oscillators were not anywhere. We're basically dead neutral at this point. So let's talk about the week. And it was tough. The indexes were choppy to down. They were selling strength. But, each day here, what we do at smartoptiontrading.com and in the room, we focused on names that were in play. Monday, it was Tesla day. Traded Tesla all day on Monday, multiple times, had that nice gap and push up going into that. We talked about being careful holding Tesla into Wednesday, as their investor day tends to be a sell the news event. So held some calls overnight. We sold them on Tuesday morning. Tuesday, you got a nasty reversal candle. Wednesday, you had some follow through. Then you had your investor day after the close, and it was not well received, and they sold it off. Held the bottom of the Bollinger Band and pushed back up here. What do I like about Tesla right now is looking at Tesla here at this point. Tesla here held the bottom of the Bollinger Band. The Bollinger Bands are getting very tight. We know big moves come out of tight setup. So very big tightening pattern here on Tesla with a cup and handle pattern that's developed there. Tuesday was Meta day. Why Meta day? Because Tuesday Meta was strong in play. It was volume. We traded it multiple times that day. And then today, again, it had finally the breakout move. Finally broke above 177, broke above 180, and this big move now up into the 186 area, 187 area. Big move up here on Meta. It's consolidated this earnings move nicely and held in. So, there's strength in playing the names that are holding in well. First Solar played that off of earnings on Wednesday. Nice move on this one. Look at this 3-day move. This thing's been on fire. We played more Meta, but then we played some CRM after hours. That was huge. Trading after hours with stock. Massive move on CRM. There was just great money to be had on this one. It's digesting here still at this point. NVIDIA, despite that $10 billion offering, has bounced back nicely here. That offering is went over a couple times, as a mixed shelf. That doesn't mean it's all going to be stock. It's going to be stock and bonds, and they'll do it whenever they feel like it. This one's on the verge of breaking back out again. Tremendous strength there. AMD provided fabulous opportunity yesterday when the rumor that Dan Loeb of Third Point had taken a passive stake, and you saw a huge move up. We traded that one. Today, we were all over Apple. Today we were a little bit worried at first with the data, but they came in. We got a break here. We traded Apple. Apple had a big upgrade for Morgan Stanley. Nice push on that one. And look at the size of this move. We traded some Tesla again today, traded other names. And overall, the market here is holding in very, very well. AI had a better than expected report. Look at this downtrend break on the gap up, pushing up. Here's your 3092 high back in play again. And overall, the market looks very good. Boeing, big push up here after looking like it was going to fall apart after the Dreamliner back on hold from deliveries. And now they have rumor that they're about to get a 500 part of a 500 plane order between them and Airbus to an Indian airline. I forget the name of it. I think it was Indigo or somebody like that. I don't remember. My apologies there. Bottom line is the market's holding in well. The financials. Do we switch? There we go. The financials haven't broken out yet, but they're holding in. Energy also came roaring back today, filling that gap up and pushing up. And yet a lot of the sectors are firing. The big news too is bonds. Bonds have trying to re-strengthen, that's sending the yield down, and the dollar here also weakening. These are things we go over every day in here and every week and in the room on the week ahead video. So bottom line, the market's got a little bit of a bullish tilt to it now. It's kind of reversed it. It's going to come up on that, going to come up here into this downtrend. We'll have to see how it handles that when it gets there. So maybe next week. And we know the 200-day support and names are acting better. And there's been a lot of names to play. And if you're in the right name and if you're going to do well, and we've been very good identifying here the last couple of weeks. With that said, I'm going to wish you guys a wonderful week. I'm going to do charts tomorrow. I'm going to be out most of the day on Sunday.